Hello, hello. Welcome back to the bog. I'm Willow, and I'll be your guiding light. Today, we're going to be diving back into Miasma Chronicles. We are deep inside enemy territory. If you remember, we were absolutely slaughtering our way through this place. We had a side quest we skipped over, a couple of different side areas, one in the direction I'm facing that gives me a little high level enemies warning. Yeah, you can see it. I pointed at it. I'm a little bit sleepy, but we're hopefully not going to be punished for that. And then, kind of in the direction I'm facing now, there were a bunch of whisperers, which might go deal with this time, because right now we've got our main quest Retribution, which still says level 4 to 6, and I still don't believe it. That looks like it's in that building to be a boss fight against Tragul. And there's a bunch more grabbers outside, and I would kind of like to try and deal with them. We can get through. I'm just worried about like getting in a boss fight and having things aggro from outside. I do not put that past this game. If I can get that high ground, we look at Jade. She's been absolutely kicking butt with the rage, or more specifically, where's your crit damage, my friend? It's on somebody else's thing. Is it on the shotgun? Yeah, it's on the shotgun. If we grab that, the 20%, and then we go to her skill deck, the Ascender Hunter combination is doing a lot of work if we can kill from up above. Or we can farm rage off of the little weenie guys. This side's got a scout and a gunmaster causing problems. Ooh. Do we have your... No, your glove shock is not off cooldown. You used it too recently. Because that would be a way to kind of sneak a free kill on a scout. Because again, we're not... If we can defeat the entire encounter by stealth, like that's fantastic, great. We can't take damage that way, but it's not strictly necessary. If we can kill them normally, that's also pretty worth it. Gonna just cheeky in my way through. A couple of skull crushers there, witch doctor scout. Oh, okay. Another beautiful skull crusher hanging out in a place where I can... She could probably just kill him here, right? Like, yeah, no one's going to see, so we're going to exit the ambush and once again make sure we have our extra rage per hit, because this guaranteed shot, we get as much crit as we can out of this, but none of these guys will see it, and if we can pick off skull crushers for extra rage, blink, a little bit of XP is not the most important thing. The more important thing is that we can get her up to guaranteed crit. And if we get a guaranteed crit out of her, I can take another little plink plonk here. I'm gonna make sure this doesn't piss anybody off. Yep. Boop. Oh, into the river he goes. Let's go. God, I love this game. But if we can get her up to the requisite 100 rage, we can do some very nice things in an ambush, and then clean up whatever remains out here. These skull crushers are really here just to feed to feed my my rage bar. Yeah, this guy is... They're looking in the wrong direction. So unfortunately for this guy in the back, he's watching his friend, and his friend is not watching him. This is why you always watch your friends' backs, kids, because sometimes it's a mean lady with a sniper rifle. And she will murder you. So now we can go and guarantee ourselves a kill on a scout per chance. And we've got, what, 1 skull crusher, 3 scouts, witch doctor, and a gunmaster. If I can kill the scout on the platform using my rage, I can then get up on the platform and use the height bonus to try and get some bonus kills. We're going to jump to see if we're in range of that. I'll see you all in a moment. Okay, let's see if we're in range from here. I don't think we are, but we'll find out. So I'm like, if you go here, you should be hidden And then I think, yeah, you can see they're not even noticing, and he's just going to guaranteed die here. So I can boop, get the crit kill. No one will notice because we've utilized our guaranteed crit. I can regroup, and we should be able to sneak through this little gap and climb up here. And if I pop to here, we try out our little ambush. It's a 95% chance to hit, so I want to try, yeah, like if I can sneak to here, this could kill him. Hey, let's go. So there's a gunmaster somewhere, but where I have no idea. He was patrolling over here? Oh god, there he is! Move, 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 move! Run, 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 run! And I don't think the boys can be seen. I think if I regroup, yeah, they'll just teleport to me. Yeah, they're not. Only the POV character can be spotted. We'll swap to our rage mod just because we always do that if we don't need the bonus damage. And this guy should be the freest kill. I'm going to go up here. Crit kills give double XP, so I don't think the XP from a Skull Crusher matters that much, but it's technically something. Yeah, see, double XP. Yeah, so we need, what, another 16,000 XP to level up, so I don't think the doubling the 50 or 100 from that guy really makes, like, a huge difference, but if I just make a habit of that, we will slowly acquire a little more XP than one would assume we should. Now I want to quickly scout back here before I try and finish off the last couple of dudes out front. The Gunmaster is the biggest concern because he's hard to assassinate, but it shouldn't be that big a problem. Now, if I do this correctly, I want to wait for him to get as far away as possible, and then we can kick this off. What is your effective range on these guys? Can you shoot them from any of this sweet, sweet high cover? You could make it around back, and that puts you very close, which is not ideal. I want you at a better range, but you also have a shotgun, so, like, I'm not the most worried. And then you two... Yeah, the assault rifles do have the range, and you can also be closer to there. Okay, so we go to Jade, we exit the ambush. It bugs and shows us running. We're going to see if we can get people in position while the Gunmaster repositions, so we'll see you in a bit. The idea here is we let the Gunmaster get as far away as possible. And Elvis, you can kind of hide back here. You've got the longest range. And Diggs, I can move you up to here where you're kind of up against this tree. If I go to Elvis, the biggest thing we care about for this idea is we're going to modify our throw, get rid of the cost reduction, and we're going to grab Transmuter that creates the barrels. And then I should be able to reduce the cost down to 80. And we're going to try and kick this off with an explosive barrel, and we're going to see what that does once that Gunmaster is a little bit farther away. The farther the Gunmaster goes, the harder it is for him to rejoin combat, and maybe even he doesn't fully understand that combat has occurred. If I can get him, because I know he goes, you can see those 4 pillars in front of the building. He goes to, like, the far end of those. So if we let him... Oh, shit, he's coming back. We gotta kick it off now. Okay, so I'm not too worried about everyone's abilities because we have this. This will piss them off if it's on top of them, but who cares? Barrels! Okay, so it is just a miasma barrel. And I'm pretty sure that pissed off him. But now there's a barrel there. And in theory, if we swap to your shotgun and we do this, this won't hit either of us, and we'll do some big stuff. Oh!
Cool.
Yeah, so they got just absolutely one shot. Beautiful. And then Diggy, my man, I want you to be in heavy cover if you can be, but there isn't really great options for that moving forward. So we're just gonna dash you up to here. Because now we just have this guy, and if he plinks digs through high cover, like, who cares? As long as we keep him moving around and using most of his stuff to run, we'll be okay. I want the armor eater shot, so this is where the disc launcher comes in handy, because this thing has almost enough range to just straight plink him from very, very far away. Can I maybe ricochet it into him? Oh! It's a 20%. Can I get a ricochet off the wall over here? Off of this, maybe? If I can get a nice ricochet. Oh, that's so close. If I can get a ricochet into him from far away, that also has potential. I'm gonna have to do some shenanigans to try and make it work, though. Oh, yeah. No, the problem is it's gonna have to be kind of off of that. But I want you ideally to be in cover. I don't want you being, you know, super super exposed if he does decide to shoot at you. Jade, you're in a similar problem where we don't have... Low cover is just really bad against the enemies in this game. It just does not do what we want it to do. And the assault rifle, yeah, you are not in range at all nicely. And so for this, we're actually going to just take the skip on your turn. You get your power back, and we're still waiting for this guy to get a little bit closer.
You come to me, a-hole.
Yeah, so that gives him a little bit of his power back. We can dash up nice and close. And with sprint and shoot, I'm trying to think if there's a good spot I can get to that's going to want to make him move and not just be able to shoot me for free. Because that's kind of the primary concern, is his ability to just shoot me if I do that. From here, we can just get a 61 on him, which isn't terrible. But it won't make him want to move. Jade's not quite in range. Diggs, you're the one I mostly want to get shot at, so... At least have a little bit of cover, but you can zip over to here, and your Fletcher shot will at least blink him. Woo! We got a crit. Not a big deal, but something. Hopefully he just shoots a dig here. Yeah, 40 damage. It's a little more than I would like to take, but it's acceptable. It's interesting that he just decides he does not want to move at all. He's just like, nah, I'm actually good here. You can't see him from there, which is a little insane to me. The sightlines in this game, I do occasionally get very deeply confused by. I don't want to get you shot again. This might just be a tackle. We take the tackle on you. Yeah. It'll drop him to, yeah, very low health. Let me get you... I'd like to be able to get you to a place where you don't have a chance of killing him, but I think we just take the 25%. You keep skipping for your energy back, and Jade, we'll get you to here. Maybe you crit and kill, but if that's the case, whatever. It's okay. Okay. Such is life. But that gives us most of our stuff back on Elvis. Most of our kilowatts, and so I'm okay with that. punch this down, and glass bottle, super frag, lots of plastic, more breakage. Yeah, this seems like it's just going to be some loot in this corner, but we can run around, and if we look at our party, Diggs should be, yeah, he's at full health. We got enough, he's got enough health that he heals quite a bit, so taking a shot to the armor is not the worst thing for him. 30 armor for 30 DR is pretty nice, not gonna lie. Do a quick loot check, and then we'll storm down the castle. I say that like I'm not immediately going into the castle. I am not sure if we're going to get, like, forced into a fight. Sometimes this game likes to put you in forced fight, so we're going to try and equip things like we're going to be in a fight right now. And try and make sure I have the things I want. This is not very good if I'm doing things. You're at 40, you're at 70. What kilowatts are you at? 60? I'd like to have the ability to cast you on turn 1, and I can still use this if I want to. So 20 hit points, steel, plastic. Like at our current amount, ooh, that will put it too much. Yeah, we'll just grab some steel plastic on you if we decide to use it. Your skill deck, we don't really need glove shock if we're worried about going into a big spooky combat. I'd rather have corrosive shot. And Overwatch is pretty good. For Diggs, Diggs is in a wonderful situation. The main thing is Scout versus Overwatch, and I think we probably want Overwatch. Because if I go back to him, none of your things... I think the shotgun's what we wanted the damage rounds on. Because if I do that, that puts it at 70 base damage, which is enough for some good killing. And we can actually just stick the crit damage on. We can still have a good chance to crit in our opener, but having Berserker would be very nice. And if we're worried about this, Battlecry Berserker is a pretty sweet combo, and does still give her a lot of crit chance. As far as other things go, give you some rage on that. He's got everything he wants. You've got not a lot. We just like give you a little bit of damage. Like it's not. Diggs is in a weird spot right now. I don't know how I feel about him, but maybe we'll get a chance to ambush, or maybe we'll just get put into a boss fight. Let's find out. Hello, anybody home? Tregul, hello. Oh god, there's like people hanging. They're just hanging out. Oh, I thought we'd fight him like in this building. I guess it seems like it's farther away. Weird. Oh, yep, there's a tornado. And I'm willing to grab this up in a second, but about to say I'm willing to bet a whole bunch of friends, and then that might be Tregul right there. You kind of see him between the trees. We'll investigate. What is this? Wrapped the White Castle. Like a forest fire, it moved fast, surrounding the buildings. Couldn't see where it was going next. But hey, don't worry. Looks like we'll be here for a while. Plenty of books to read, water still works. We'll give it another few days and head on. There must be others out there, somewhere. Did, like, the miasma come swarming through? Who knows? I really thought that he was going to be in this large building, not somewhere in the distance. I guess this is our reward for killing our way through all of those grabbers. We killed so many grabbers, mostly by ambush. What's this?
This is worth something.
Ooh, 3,500 XP. Edible cheese residue can be difficult to extract from living animals, especially bulls, making it a very high-priced commodity. Bleh. It also tends to go quite moldy and slimy after a while, so this portable cheese dispenser is next-level stuff. We're not going to talk about that. Nope. Energy cell, sick. Those are nice for just... if I have a big fight and I want to just crack off a whole bunch of miasma powers, I can do that. That looks like some bonus items over there, because we did that side of the wall already. I guess we did kind of just, like, kill our way into their little zone and it does the base on the grabbers. Like, it was kind of weird they might have been in a building. It does make sense to me why it's like, yeah, no, they're just near this building, but the building doesn't actually mean much to them. Oh, Jesus. Is this a bunch of bodies with eggs on it?
Stinking frog eggs everywhere.
Oh.
They want to take over this country.
Yeah, I also feel kind of bad for maybe not being in a genocide ward with the frogs, because, like, at the start, they seemed like much more animalistic, you know, creatures driven by this unknown miasma. But now we're getting very much a, like, they have a society. They have priests, they have warriors, they have, like, different castes, they have different things they do. Those are the scary enemies that I didn't want to fight yet. Because we listen to the game when it tells us they are 2 levels too high for us, so I'm going to be a little bit more careful on this side. I'm lying, I'm going to just run around. If he sees me, and I deal with it. But then they have, like, somewhat coherent plans and desires around, like, who, like, destroying us, specifically the destroyer in our metal hand. Like, they have a society and goals, but it also seems very much like those goals in society involve either the extinction of humans or, you know, using us for laying eggs. And I don't love that, so we're kind of... Ooh, garage card. A key card with remember to lock the windows too written on it. Okay, so we find a garage. I don't think we found a garage. We can get into it. But yeah, like I don't know, there's not... I'm a weird person when it comes to good guys, bad guys, and morality, because I'm very much like, yeah, they're clearly not, like, friendly to us, but there isn't a malice to it. You know, our society and their society don't meld well, and wanting to kill the destroyer is pretty reasonable if the destroyer is killing a bunch of your people. And there's also on top of that, like, yeah, it's pretty horrifying to use us for laying eggs, but, like, that's just their biology. You know, that's just what they do. Like, that's gotta be Tragle. That's gotta be Tragle. Yeah.
Warriors, are you ready to destroy the humans? Do you taste their fear? Their town, their America, belongs to us now. Prove your love to Mother Miasma and kill them.
I'm surprised this isn't a cutscene. Tragle Chakruk. Tragle Chakruk, roughly translated as Scary Skull Drinker, was the favorite spawn of the Grappler warlord Trager. On his 2nd birthday, young Tragle beheaded his sleeping father, then drank his spinal fluid, granting him uncontested leadership of the tribe. He has 50% crit chance versus humans. I don't like that. Okay, so we're gonna try and get as many of them killed as we can before we try and fight the big scary guy. I wanted to poke over here first because there were items potentially. I want to loot around as much as I can before I get in a fight with the big man. This looks like an item on like a dead fever.
This looks good.
It's an altimeter, a scope made by the custom weaponsmiths at Syntech. The altimeter works particularly well when used from high ground. Something to do with gravity and the Earth's rotation will let you figure out the finer points. I might have one of those already. I think I've seen that item before. But that'll be nice. I think that beats ambushes if I can get Jade into a good spot, especially if we have more of these... Oh, they're stuck. More of these little things scattered around this area. Being able to have a height advantage with one of those starts being worth quite a bit. There is... Yeah, he's gonna need a lot of stuff dumped into him to make sure he dies. Scout and a Skull Crusher, another Scout. Yeah, the more of this we can remove ahead of time, the better. This is a Skull Crusher. If we can build up Rage on Jade. That's our, again, that's our ambushing goal. That's what we want. That is a robot that I'm worried will reveal me. So we'll come back to that later. Yes, this is the building they're in, but this back area seems pretty empty. Got piles of firewood. There were some piles of bottles back there. That's a skull crush that might be able to be picked off. This is more, yes, these are the things I'm talking about. Like, if we can hold from here or something, but we just, her ice gun does not have the range, and the long-range sniper doesn't have the damage. I'd love to kill a witch doctor, but without the glove grab. Oh.
Strong survive! Human poison dies! Mother Miasma, hear prayer!
We got a pet sapling. Let's check this corner quickly, and then try seeing if we can pick these guys off or figure out a good attack plan. Yeah, this is just more of the other stuff. Okay, so if I can pick off some of those skull crushers to get Jade's rage up. She's at 60 right now. I take that off of you, and I give it to you. We might be able to get high enough. The pet sapling is definitely within view. And right now, she doesn't have her crit abilities, nor does she really have them charged. I have a check. I don't think her crit shot... Yeah, 2 turns. So we're really not... We're not really set up well for a nice ambush here. We may have to actually fight this one the old-fashioned way. So if I can get Tragle, like, sitting on 2 of his teammates for a napalm death can or something like that, or an acid shotgun blast, like, those are the things that will do some very nice work. Let's see if we can pick off a couple of these skull crushers and get ourselves that. Okay. Because you, I think, are far enough away from your friends to be... Jade can move to there. I think, yeah, none of you guys are close enough to these, so give him a boop. Nice! He gets Berserker, it doesn't do anything. We need 2 more Skull Crusher kills before I can get a guaranteed crit. These 2 have the problem that they're facing each other, so unless I spend a resource, I'm not going to be able to get them apart. Because they're not... They have no, what's the word I'm looking for? They don't have, like, a wander path. They just are standing there directly facing each other. It looks like both sets of these are. And so if they don't unpair off, we don't really have a way of taking them out effectively. Scouts and Skull Crushers are among the least threatening grabber units, and so I don't need to kill them, but it would be nice. It would be lovely. This guy's got the same problem with they're just kind of facing each other. And we only have 2 stealth tools right now. We've got the silent weapon, and nothing else has silent. And then you've got glove shock. That's still very much on cooldown. And so, because they're like facing each other, if we do, for example, here, this will alert him, and that is not something I want. And then we got the visual bug. Pet Sapling's got the same problem. Ooh. Okay. How do I want to do this? Let's check how many bottles we have in our inventory. What's our backpack looking like? Frag grenades, 13 metapods, 4 glass bottles, lots of napalm death cans. That'll be probably pretty helpful for just setting a bunch of them on fire. If I quickly go to my party, I'm opening with a napalm death can. Maybe I want to do acid instead of fire on the lightning and see if I can make that work. The pet sapling is one of the things I want deceased the most because, like, compared to a skull crusher, it's much scarier. Oh, I can try and pick off the closer one. Let's see if we can do some luring with the bottles. Your range, so I want, like, out here. If I go to 4 and I throw a glass bottle, can I get you to go to, like, there? Let's see how this works. I'm happy to spend 2 bottles to get 3 units killed and a good position for Jade. Because I can spend 2 to kill a sapling and a skull crusher, and then I can use her crit to kill another. And then you can move the 1 tile. And if I am correct, this should be out of range. Yeah, so the sapling can die. Awesome. And then we'll go try and pick off one of the other skull crushers. So I'll pop back when I'm over there. Okay, so we're going to see if we can get this skull crusher to come down and be murderized by Jade. So we go here, we go to our bag as usual. If I get him to come down, like, this should be pretty safe, and we can, yes, we can get him to run down here. That'll be out of range of the scout that's facing him. And I'm less concerned about the ones on this side, but if I kill him, I can go back with a guaranteed crit and kill the scout that's got a height advantage. And if I can do that, we are in such a good position. So yeah, you can move to here and hit him with the pew-pew. You're now enraged. Yeah. Okay, so now for you, we go to the gun. We don't want the rage mod, we want crit damage. Yeah, we've seen the altimeter before. And I don't need your crit stuff yet. So we're gonna go hop back over and assassinate that high ground scout, and then we're gonna see where things go from there. If we can kill Tragle in 1 turn, killing him in 1 turn is beautiful. That's ideal. If we can't, failing that, we try and kill the witch doctors, because if they full heal Tragle, it's fucking over. It's very bad if they can just heal Tragle. He's facing away, so we can kick off our ambush, no problem. I'm like, you should be able to, yeah, I'm like, if you pop up just a tiny bit, we should be able to get a guaranteed kill on the scout with no one noticing. Awesome! Okay. And now if we regroup, I think you can hide there. And I want leaving combat area. What the heck does that mean? What does leaving combat area mean? What? Oh, what the heck? Oh, if we, like, go too far? Oh, that is so strange. Okay. But I want Elvis to be able to get close enough where he can get an armor eater shot on Tragle and be able to get his chaining lightning going. Where is going to be a good spot for that?
Solo.
So I don't want you to get skull crushed either. That's the problem. But I think we kind of have to accept that as a possibility, unless I want to use my disc launcher. Oh. Oh ho 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 ho. So disc launcher could probably just go from here, right? If I... Well, I don't need to hide if I'm just sitting here, but I could try this. Like, a 67 isn't great, but if I swap to the disc launcher... Yeah, the problem is it hits that, and I can't... Ooh. Where would you have to be to get 100% on Tragle? Even over here doesn't work. You would need to be so close, and that's even with the range buddy. Because the idea is I have him start somewhere where he can use the electro trainer with acid on the 3 of them, then do yes, you're immune to, oh shit, he is immune to fire, so we don't even need, we can just do the acid chain, hit these 2 with a napalm death can. Problem is the witch doctor totally has the ability to just full heal him. We don't have any more sapling grenades, which is a problem. And yeah, you don't have your stun. So if we don't kill the witch doctors, they'll just heal Tragle if I don't kill him immediately. 360 health is a lot of health. Even if I do a berserk, a battle cry on Elvis to get him a guaranteed crit with his gun, let's see, the lightning does 20 damage and would do another 40 acid damage, and then he'd hit him for 100 minus 10s, we're at 40, 130. A crit from you would be another 120. Yeah, like we're no way going to be able to kill him in a single turn. And the witch doctors being able to show up and heal is a huge problem. Yeah, that is going to be a kind of major issue. Okay, let's exit out of this and let's see if we can find... Let's double check if any of our abilities have any sort of crowd control attached to them. Because I don't need to stop him, I just need to stop the witch doctors. But leap long distance knocks down enemies. In theory, we could, if I get rid of this guy, could do these 2, but like this will cost me a whole armor point if I try this. What is the area on this? If I proc an ambush and I'm looking at what hydraulic leap does, does it show? Oh no, it only hits. This looks like it only hits 1 person. So I'd have to hit the target I want to stun. Ugh. And having Tragle alive is not fun. Because I could napalm death can and then leap. Ooh. Me no likey. That's not it. Even with the easy cryptid, you could get the shotgun on 3 of them, I think. If you went, like, here, swap the shotgun, it will show me. The problem is that, like, we'd have to knock this scout back somehow, or by some miracle have that shotgun blast work, but I'm pretty sure if I want to hit next to me, like, I can hit 6 in front of it. And the problem is the Tragle is not 6 in front of it. This only hits him if we're facing that way, so he can't even shoot Tragle. Ooh. And the Witch Doctor is so very much in range to heal him. So that makes trying to even kill Tragle almost feel kind of pointless. You could hydraulic leap, knock this guy that way. I don't think you can hit 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 from a normal spot. Yeah. Oh, okay. Because the 2 witch doctors mean that there's no hope for. They'll just full heal Tragle. Like that's what we've experienced with them. If I go to the codex on them, where are the witch doctors? I can't see. There we go. Yeah, heals inter-tribe members. Like maybe it has a maximum, but that feels so dubious to to rely on. That feels incredibly dubious. How is the... Yeah, so crowd pleaser still on cooldown. I don't know if Berserker is the thing we're going to want, unfortunately. I feel like having crowd pleaser, because I don't know, 50% crit chance after each kill does allow her to sit there and chew through most of the enemies. Because that puts her into guaranteed crit for 130, but we just don't have, you know, there's one scout, there's a couple of scouts on the other end, but they're not really the problem. How much damage does an Napalm Death can do? So that's one of the big things. There's 30 fire damage on hit, and then over time as well. So that would drop the Scout to 70 and the Gunmaster to 170, which would make a Shotgun Blast deal with them both. At least very much hurt the Gunmaster. Ooh, especially if I put an Acid Chain through them. I still think Acid Chain and Arm Reader Shot are worth it just to try and deal with him. Is there a place you can move to that I can have you start out? We will investigate. This Witch Doctor, man. This Witch Doctor. Oh, he is such a problem. Okay, so we could start over here, but this... Oh boy, this is so dangerous. Like, oh my god. Because, again, Tragle being immune to fire is the worst thing ever. Because the idea is we, like, lightning chain through this. We get a shotgun blast from Diggs. Because even from here, your assault rifle is going to be... It's like, you could sit here and hit him with the armor eater shot and then do an acid blast. The shotgun will do a lot of work after that. We can kind of see where things go from there. Okay, we're gonna have to give it a try. Let's make sure everyone's got the right stuff. So you need this to be acid damage. We don't really need the kilowatt reduction if you have 60 right now. Oh yes, we do. We need it to drop. We need if he has got only 60 right now. Jade. I was gonna put you on the high ground with crit and give you the little rage guy. And then Diggs, you've got your shotgun's your main thing. Do I want the Berserker? I feel like having access to Crowd Pleaser is going to be so much more important. And we're not really doing ambush. So in this one, it might be worth just having the raw health so we don't die. Diggs, we are going to try Hydraulic Leap. We're going to see how this performs. And Elvis, we like what you've got set up. Okay, let's try and get people in range.
Taking point. Let me handle this.
Okay. Because again, if the Witch Doctor ends up shooting, like, that's really fine. We're not actually that worried about them attacking. We're much more worried about them causing other problems. I wonder if we can get the Witch Doctor close enough to chain with the lightning. I got no idea. Oh god, what the heck? If you're right here, you should be in range. Then your berserk doesn't catch other people, and I kind of wanted that. Yeah, no, I want your berserk to catch people. So we're going to have to wait a bit, so we'll see in a bit. This Witch Doctor we might be able to kill by having him blow up on that barrel. So I do want to see, where do I need to be to hit that barrel? You could easily shoot it from here. Puts you a little bit vulnerable, but we're kind of in, you're going to be a little bit vulnerable territory, no matter what we do. There's just no two ways about it. We're going to be in danger. I could give her, instead of the shotgun, hello, there we go. We take the rage mod off. I give her the sniper rifle, and I put the magazine size on it. And if I do the ambush thing from here and I swap to the sniper rifle, her ability to shoot that goes way up, and we can put her behind high cover. Like, there's a skull crusher in the way, but that's neither here nor there. So you can hide right here. Elvis, you hide right here, and then Diggs. I want you as close as possible for potential shenanigans. And then we're going to wait for the Witch Doctor to get close to the barrel, and then we're going to try kicking this off, and we're going to see how this whole plan goes. Smiley face. Wait for it! Wait for it! Ambush. Okay. Okay. He's not in range for the battle cry. Are you kidding me? Alright, let's try this again. Nice. Okay, I was like, if I do that quickly... So, we kick this sucker off with a battle cry, which is going to piss off everything. So, here goes motherfucking nothing. Elvis is enraged, and look at all those.
Bring the metal hand to me now.
Oh yeah, can I get a nice close-up on Tragel? No. But she can immediately kick things off with her boring sniper rifle on this thing, which should do most of the Witch Doctor's health. Now I'm dubious. We'll come back to that. I'm nervous now. You can electro chainer this with your acid. That's going to be our step one.
Turn on the lights.
Oh yeah. Fuck you, Tragel. Yes, they all take 40 and they all start taking acid damage. And your guaranteed crit goes on Tragel to eat his armor. Come on. Yeah. And a big crit. Okay, so he's hurting, but he ain't dead. You can... I swap to the shotgun. What I should be able to do is run here, get the scout proc, and blast you both. 65% is not as high a crit as I want, but we have to take it. Crit kill, beautiful. So now that's a hydraulic leap back. Jade, shooting him isn't going to do anything. And we are going to try and take out this barrel if possible.
Boop. I'll give you more.
Nice, so he's going to burn down from fire, which just leaves the Gunmaster. And so I could either risk the damage from him, or I can try and have Tragel be closer. Because if Diggs does the hydraulic leap, can't leap to him. Seriously? Oh well. Can't leap? Why can't she leap there? What? I don't understand how the hydraulic leap works. Why can you only leap on certain things? That's not ideal. I'm gonna be so honest, that's not ideal. Crap. Well, that sucks. I guess we're doing a Napalm Death Can. I don't think it'll work on both. Yeah, it won't work on him, but we may as well tag him. This is going to do probably more than just shooting him. And I'm really sad that the leap can't target that. I didn't realize it had a minimum range. I would have moved him to here if it had a minimum range. I should have checked that. So at this point, there's not really a purpose in jumping. So I can... If I can't kill him anyways, I may as well try and... Oh, I can't stun this guy either. Yeah, right. So it is just kind of like, do I want to just shoot him again for no damage? Do I want to try and get... the napalm on him, because this guy is, what's your current status? Yeah, so you've got 2 more acids, that's down to 80. The napalm death can won't even make him guaranteed to die, which is kind of the saddest thing ever. Right, because if I go to the napalm death can and I check it, it's 30 fire damage, which drops him to 90, he'll burn down to 40, and then he'll burn down to 10, and that's not enough, so... Ooh, I don't like this. I really can't leap to here or to here, and Tragel is too large. And even going for the crit on this guy doesn't really do much. I guess the crit would do something, so we'll go for it. Yeah, but it's not gonna happen. Alright, who's Tragel gonna fucking kill? Someone's about to take so much damage from Tragel. Oh! Okay. Maybe he misses? Nope. They never miss. I've accepted that you just get hit if you're in low cover. Yeah, their melee hits hurt. This guy shouldn't be in range, hopefully. Yeah, I'm like, he's just out of range. You shooting is actually perfectly okay. Like, not good, but that means you're not healing Tragel, and this gives potential for actually killing Tragel. Having the hydraulic leap biff is pretty bad. If he just runs, that's really good. He's gonna burn to death. Okay. Whew, so things are not awesome, but they are not as bad as they could be. Crowd Pleaser has some high potential, and Tragel... he's very mobile, is the main issue. Kitty cat. Okay. How do I want to do this? That Witch Doctor is out of range of Tragel right now. Any hit on the Gunmaster kills him, or the Witch Doctor will go save him next turn. What does your hydraulic leap look like right now? You can't make it on that guy, you can make it on that guy. You can't... What you're able to target with the hydraulic leap, I'm very unclear about. But I could jump on the Skull Crusher, and if I get back here... Okay, what is your crowd pleaser shenanigans? Can I get this into a place where it can hit multiple enemies? To do it here, it'll have... That it won't be able to hit. I need to put it, like, here, and even then, that's pretty iffy. And so this might be a hold the crowd pleaser and simply take a kill with burning. Killing the Witch Doctor is really important. That's something that I would very much like to be able to do, but I'm not sure is going to be entirely possible. Oh, there's a very upset Kibby. Yeah, Kibby, do you need a minute? I could try and use the Miasma Storm to throw it out of cover, but none of that is really going to work. Yes, you can't leap. How? What's the angle you can leap on? Oh, you just like can't leap behind any sort of cover here. What the heck? Do I need to be able to like make it through the air? I don't know. The leap's gonna be probably given up after this because the it is slightly inconsistent on what it does. Kragle is a little bit too far away to be reliably killed, and so this might be let's just kill some underlings. Jade, can you get Crowd Pleaser in range? I think we start with seeing if Crowd Pleaser can kill the Witch Doctor, and we go from there, because that will inform a lot of what I do next, and this is going to be the thing. Though there is something to be said for maybe I can get a knocker behind him, so I could throw a knocker. Elvis, are you in range for that? No, not a chance. Yeah, so I could throw a knocker and save Crowd Pleaser. Then you could do your flying leap to take him out. The Skull Crushers are a problem, but you can just shoot one of them. Though your Corrosive Shot also... Or you could just shoot that and kill it with anything. I don't really want to throw a grenade. Like, throwing a super frag to kill a Skull Crusher is probably one of the worst feelings possible. But you do have the ability to just, like, blow up that scout and shoot one of the Skull Crushers. Oh, maybe I could throw just a normal frag. Nope, can't get it far enough. So you do need to, like, throw a super frag if I want to do something with that. Like, you could jump over here, but then, yeah, then you can't get the... You can't go off your own knocker. Because knocking him out and stunning him is worth quite a bit. That scout dies no matter what if somebody shoots at it. If you knock him out of cover... What is your crit chance on the Skull Crushers? 15? That is not good. That makes it very hard for you to kill him, but you can probably shoot the Gunmaster. Yeah, we're gonna try this strategy. We're gonna throw the knocker. We're gonna knock the Witch Doctor out of cover. And then we're gonna go to you, and we're going to use the hydraulic jump to land on him. How much does this do? It does no damage, but it does knock him down. Okay. And then we have to take this shot. Please hit. Oh, that's so good.
Not getting up. Trust me.
Oh, that's so
Not
good.
bad, Diggs.
Okay. Beautiful. Now we've got you, and I think we are unfortunately in the situation where Jade, your sniper rifle can in fact hit this barrel and get a guaranteed kill on that scout. Nice.
Yeah.
And then
Yes.
you need to be killing Skull Crushers. So we are going to be spending a precious super frag grenade on a normal friggin' Skull Crusher. Woo!
Here we go.
Because that solves him,
Go to sleep.
and then the assault rifle solves you. And that's my whole turn. We killed a lot of enemies this turn. We got a scout and Tragle left. Tragle's got no armor, though. Hopefully he doesn't shoot digs. That was a full sprint. Oh, let's go. Maybe this is a full sprint, too? Oh my god, saved by the bell. Okay. So now Tragle, he's no longer got a dot on him, which means that hitting him with an acid shot's worth quite a bit. You two being over here, I can sprint and shoot to get a shot on him, and she can throw... Oh, yeah, no, we're throwing a crowd pleaser at Tragle. That's happening. Maximum prejudice for Tragle. Fuck this guy. Yeah, shoot him. Oh! Death to Tragle. Oh my god, 45 health. Okay, okay. Now, Diggs, with your sprint and shoot, can get somewhere you have a guaranteed kill. I know, we're about to kill Tragle, Baloo. Yeah. If we can get you into a sprint and shoot spot that has some cover, I would love that. That would be fantastic. Is this really how far you can dash? Oh my god. So I really want to try and get the... Can I bounce this off of it? I get a 90%. Problem is the Witch Doctor can heal him if he's not dead. That's the issue. So we are going to have to be like, hey, Diggs, good luck, buddy. Get in there. Oh, kill him, kill him. Yes. Oh my god, it was a crit kill? Okay, that's really big. You've got one movement left, which means you can peace out to some high cover and try not to take more damage. Elvis, you've got 2 AP left. What is your assault rifle hit chance? You could try and corrosive that, or you could just pop an Overwatch. So we'll actually just do the reload Overwatch scenario. If the scout runs out and gets itself hurt, even better for us. And then Diggs, you're pretty hurt, so I just want to run you to the farthest away cover and try and, you know, hopefully scouts don't count as snipers. Hopefully they count as assault rifles. I don't actually know what range category bows are in. Nice. Yeah, he's gonna just walk up and plink you, isn't he? Hey, fucking prick. You fucking prick. Okay, we should be able to save that in rage. One Witch Doctor is not a huge problem, and it looks like he missed 2 entire turns. And then you can just point blank this guy. Nice. Oh, beautiful. Diggs, you're continuing to run for your life, because I just don't want you taking more damage. And you are probably in the reload and take a beat, because we don't need to be running out. Oh no! Okay, she's just gonna lose 50 health for that mistake. There's no way the Witch Doctor doesn't just run up to cover and blink her. Oh my god, he didn't blink her.
Your face, my
Okay.
face, let's go.
Okay, I gotta stop. I gotta stop this misclicking. This needs to...
Bitch. Fight like you got a pair.
Oh my god. Girl! Calm yourself. Diggs, you're missing so much health. I don't want you... I don't want you getting knocked out. I don't want you losing your crit. For now, Elvis, you can take some good cover and just take a corrosive shot, 50-50. Nice! So, this won't kill him, but it will make him bleed down quite low, and I don't believe he can heal himself. Oh, hello. Jade, I'd love for you to be able to... I don't know, I feel like maybe we just run from him for a little bit longer. I'm going to do some running from Witch Doctor shenanigans, and I will come back if something interesting happens, but I'm trying to stall.
Patient girl.
Okay, he bled down from acid.
We did it!
Oh, let's go.
100, there won't be another day like this one. God damn!
Yes!
The town owes me. Big time.
Yes! Oh, yeah, okay. That also didn't give us our end of combat heal. Weirdly enough. Or maybe it hasn't... Maybe our health bars are slightly bugged. So I go to my party... Your full health, your full health, your full health. Yeah, so it's bugging out a bit because we leveled. Oh yeah, fuck you, Tragle. Let's go see what he dropped. He was scary. He did some solid damage. I'm really happy with that. I had a couple of... I had the big unfortunate with the hydraulic jump, but I managed to figure out a way around it, and we still got it paying off. Let's touch this first, and then let's touch the item. More upgrades for Elvis.
Wow. I'll never get used to that.
Yeah. Call of the Grabber. Miasma power. Summon a Grabber Witch Doctor? deft manipulation of the miasma can fool the mind and instinct of even the most mentally stable human. Apply the same logic versus the simple mind of the grabber, who only wants to see his tribe succeed in this harsh world, and you can get him to do your dirty work. You can almost feel sorry for them. Almost. I'm sorry, what? You can just make a witch doctor? There's no way, right? Summons a grabber witch doctor. Does he heal you? I have so many questions. Okay, we will figure that one out when we get to our next combat.
Today's my lucky day.
Head of Garak Ruck. Kragel's ex-partner's head, awarded as part of the settlement following a very messy divorce. If you look closely, the eyes still twitch. Ugh. Gross. Just drops an extra 1,000 experience in the form of a severed head. Great. Alright, let's loot this place top to bottom. Get the fuck out of here. Woo, that was a big old fight. More loot. And we go back up the ladder, because there's a bunch of stuff up here. We surprisingly don't have that much plastic. Maybe I have a bunch of items I can sell. So I feel like that's the case. And we got another chest. I'm going to grab that in a second. I want to snag the plastic around the throne. Look at this awful fucking throne. Alright, what's in this big bad boy? Oh,
Well, slap me sideways.
Big Frogger. Level 1 assault rifle. 60 damage, 100 crit chance, and 3 range. Knocks enemy backwards unless immune. Kragel Chakruk's signature weapon features a Patriot rifle at its core, decorated with human and animal bones. Oh shit. So this is just like a better assault rifle, probably less ammo, but knockback can do some real nice things. Oh shit. That is incredible. Let's quickly check the map to make sure that we've got... Yeah, we got the treasure from the White Castle. I'm going to do a quick pop around to check if we missed any loot, and then we will head back to town. Okay, we're warping back to town with our fancy fast travel. Back to Sedentary, and we'll come back to White Castle for a couple of little side questy things, but for now we're going back, so I want to turn this in. Oh, shit. We've got sirens. We've got, like, miasma storm coming through. You can see the miasma on the path here. We normally see that outside of town. There's guard robots at this entrance.
What's that noise?
The alarm bell. Trouble in the mine.
Trouble in the streets. Look at all this miasma seeping through the ground.
This town is done for. It's over.
Nothing's over. Let's talk to the mayor.
Ooh, I don't like this. But y'all are gonna like it less because miasma activity, storm, and because it seems like there's gonna be a bunch of stuff happen, we're gonna leave that on a cliffhanger. So goodbye. Thanks for joining me in the bog. I'm Willow, and if you enjoyed having me as your guide, leave me a like, leave a comment, and subscribe for more Miasma Chronicles and many other journeys to come.